You know this well, ain't trying to wish you ill. Hope this life treats you swell. Oh yeah, PS, go fuck yourself.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Haji. Welcome back to my prediction series. Today we're taking on the Week 16 NFL matchup of Raiders versus Colts. But first, getting last week's 19-16 victory over the San Diego Chargers, which for the first time in 11 fucking years, the Raiders have officially clinched a playoff spot. Who knows where we end up right now, but officially we have a playoff spot. Currently, we are in the second seed, right behind the New England Patriots, who are at 12-2. We are at 11-3, ahead of the 9-5 Steelers, the 8-6 Texans, the 10-4 Chiefs, and the 9-5 Dolphins. And the Raiders control their destiny. If they beat the Colts and if they beat the Broncos, they will walk into the playoffs at 13-3 with a wild card spot bye. I mean, this is exactly where the Raiders need to be right now. After dropping a game to the Chiefs, for whatever fucking reason, dropped a game to the goddamn Titans at home. I mean, that's as rounded as people think the Chiefs are. That's the kind of game that I think just dismantles. I don't know why we throw against the Chiefs like we do. I mean, Derek's hurt finger, the rain game. I mean, if we have to face them again in the playoffs, I think it's going to be the best we've been as a team so far. I think it's just been the Chiefs caught us at two opportune times. We cannot give them back this division. We have to win out and take the bye week, and hopefully the Chiefs somehow figure out how to miss the playoffs here, because fuck the Chiefs. Chiefs and Broncos can just go lick dicks, to be honest. The Chargers, though, also the collective group of dick lickers, they were in this game the whole fucking game, because the Raiders just did not seem to be getting anything going early on. And it wasn't until the fourth quarter, some late game heroics from Carr, and especially Bruce Irvin, that sealed the victory for the Raiders. But Mike McCoy in the end of this game literally conceded. He had a timeout in his pocket and took it home with him. I mean, he just kind of you could tell he gave his season up. He's ready to get fired. I mean, that guy's out. I mean, the Chargers do not have a good season. They're not performing at any level that anybody thought they should. I mean, granted, they're down. Like, they've lost every skilled player out there not named Phillip Rivers. So, let's give them that. I mean, this was a crazy game, man. Bruce Irvin, like I said, just came alive. I mean, closed out the first quarter with a forced fumble. He was like fifth of the season. He's now tied for second in the league with teammate Khalil Mack for 5 forced fumbles. Reggie Nelson, I mean, on the last defensive play, Irvin got loose, got on Phillip Rivers. Phillip got it away. Kind of threw a little bit of an errant pass right into the waiting arms of Reggie Nelson, and kind of sealed the game there. This was one of those must-win games for the Raiders. It was a game that I hoped they would go and blow them out. They really never did. So, we'll leave it at that with them. But this is, like I said, just a big game for the Raiders, man. First time in 14 years they're returning to playoffs. I mean, you could see joy on fans' faces. You could see joy on players' faces, man. But, Derek Carr said in one of his interviews, the joy that was coming from coaches and equipment managers and people that had been in the organization for years, were just elated. The person that I personally feel deserves this the most is the man that pretty much outscored the San Diego Chargers by himself, and that's Sebastian Janikowski. That dude, the Polish Cannon, that guy is so amazing. He's fallen off a little bit in the last couple of years, but if there's anybody that deserves a good playoff run and maybe a Super Bowl, is Sebastian. Seabass is the man. You could just see so much happiness in that guy. He's finally here. He's finally got a team around him to get him, back to the promised land, somewhere where he stayed faithful. He could have left, but he stayed faithful to the Raiders. He's to the Davis family, to everybody. Shout out to him. Before we move on to the Colts game, though, the Pro Bowl roster was just released earlier tonight, and the Raiders have sent 7 Pro Bowlers to the Pro Bowl this year, and it is like this list is just awesome right here. We got Derek Carr, Amari Cooper, Rodney Hudson, Khalil Mack, Reggie Nelson, Kalichi Osemele, and Donald Penn. The entire left side of our line is going to be at the Pro Bowl. I mean, they're not going to be at the Pro Bowl because, we're going to go to the Super Bowl, but the Pro Bowl nods are nice. Alternates, though, we also have a slew of alternates. Michael Crabtree, Gabe Jackson, Sebastian Janikowski, Marquette King, Latavius Murray, Jameis Olawale, and Jalen Richard. So, congratulations to those boys. What can we say? They've had a good fucking season, and this is not really a surprise here. We got the potential MVP and potential defensive player of the year on our team right now. It's just been a special year, man. This game though against the Chargers, Jack Del Rio, he's got to be on cloud 9 right now. He's, what he's done for this franchise and what he's done for this team has just been absolutely amazing. Everything that, all the shit talk from Broncos fans when we hired him on how he was, going to fold this team over it was bullshit. JDR is completely behind this team. It's just awesome to have him on. To have a real coach out here, not some fucking jackass Tom Cable, Hugh Jackson, type guys that are, fake ass coaches that are not building a real team, because this is a legitimate team. This is the most legitimate Raiders team since 2002, and I think they're going to surpass that because this team is young. This team is young and not even really complete yet. So sky's the limit for these guys. A couple bad things though that I did see in this game with Sean Smith. Sean Smith got fucking toasted, fucking baked, burnt, crispy by Phillip Rivers. It looked like his first time out there playing cornerback. He was just everybody was catching everything on him and he gave up a touchdown to fucking Hunter Henry. I want to say that big Williams catch was on him too. Sean Smith got his ass beat all up and down the fucking field all goddamn game. Another person who got their ass beat was Austin Howard by way of Joey Bosa. Howard's had some good games this year, and we're just waiting for Menelik Watson to jump in and claim the spot from him, but it just never seems to fucking happen. And Howard's good, he's serviceable, but there are games when he just starts getting beat on where you can't do anything about it. He just gets his ass beat all goddamn day long. Chargers started, one thing to help the Raiders out, Chargers started Kenneth Farrow, who came out as a starting running back in place of injured Melvin Gordon, but he managed 39 yards of 15 carries and fumbled deep in his own end zone, or in his own red zone. It's not a good day for him. He really helped out the Raiders, and this game was just huge for us because, like I said, and fucking Chargers blow, Broncos are fucking not going to make the playoffs, and this really hurt the Chiefs. The Chiefs lost early in the day, and the Raiders had all the opportunity in the world to go in there and beat the Chargers. They did. Now they just got to beat the Colts, beat the Broncos. Colts are kind of scaring me just a little tad bit here. They are 7-7 right now, and beat the brakes off the Vikings 34-6 this last weekend. Andrew Luck is still Andrew Luck. He's going to be out there, He's probably going to make Sean Smith get his ass beat a little bit. So we're going to have to deal with that. I hate to say it, but, the loss of DJ Hayden felt a little bit. He was not the greatest, corner on the inside, but I just feel like we're really, really vulnerable to pass right now over the middle. And that's what I kind of feared the Chargers games. Chargers run more crossing routes than any other team in the NFL, and shit, they sure make their presence felt on us. That game was like I said, the game against the Chargers a lot closer than I ever wanted it to be, but can't predict them all. Colts. I'm a little. The Raiders should go in here and handily beat them, but they're a team that you should not overlook. Same with the Broncos. Like, you have to go in here completely prepared, flop your dick out on the table and fucking just beat the shit out of these guys. Like, we're bigger, we're badder, we're stronger, we're a younger team, it's a superior team to the next two. If the Raiders drop one of the next two games and somehow fucking hand the division back over to the Chiefs, I'm going to be completely disappointed in this team because, you can't expect to go and beat, losing to the Chiefs twice is hard enough. But, trying to expect them to go into the playoffs after losing to the fucking Colts or the Broncos, like, you cannot really expect anything from them this year. My record prediction of 11-5 is, I felt like that was overachieving. I felt like that was just a little too homerish, and they've been overachieving to every standard that I set for them this year. So, I'm just kind of along for the ride like the rest of y'all. But let's look at the Colts game. Let's see this game 21-10. I think the Raiders are just going to be a little too much to handle. I think the Colts will probably jump out to an early lead on us. Like most games, we're not the greatest first half team. The magic that we pull in the fourth quarter it's been something to watch this year. It's been an absolute pleasure and absolute joy to watch this year. It's been so much fun. So 21-10, Raiders going to pick up a victory here. Move on to 12-3. How the fuck does that sound, guys? 12-3. That's fucking shit right there. Man, the Raiders are back. It's a good feeling. Oh, yeah, one last thing, too. Fucking Chargers fans, you absolutely fucking suck. Like, there was easily, low estimations at Qualcomm Sunday was about 50% Chargers fans. The rest, fucking Raiders fans to the T. It was 50%, easily 50% Raiders fans at the low end, 80% on the high end. Like, fuck you. We turned Qualcomm into another fucking home game. Like, so much so that the Chargers brass was reported pregame or the week before the game that they feared that was going to be the case, that over 50% of the fans there were going to be Raiders fans, if not more, and it was way fucking more than that. It was 80%, and they were pumping in crowd noise at practice. When do you ever hear that before? That a team would pump in crowd noise for a game at home. I get it, it's a rival, but for fuck's sakes, that's what. And I honestly don't blame Chargers fans because they're not showing out because they don't support their team. They're not showing up because Dean Spanos does not support the Chargers. He does not give a fuck about San Diego or their fans. He is the same thing Stan Kroenke is. He's just going to move his team to LA, go do all that nonsense. I feel sorry for you guys. Bad ownership is fucking, it's something nobody should have to live through. As Raiders fans, we know what that is on Al Davis's, God bless his heart, but the last couple of years of his life were not the, kindest to the Raiders. I'm just going to go there, kind of rambling off a little bit here. 21-10, Raiders going to win. Going to move on to one more game against the Broncos. But see you guys next week. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. As always, go fuck yourselves and go Raiders.